Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. Thank you for visiting Energy Rising. My name is Janaea Bueller, and today I am going to be doing a reading, a tarot card reading. And I think that what we are going to look at is what you're being asked to do next. And today, I think we're actually going to do pick a card. And I really like these because they are about really using your own intuition and guidance. So, and I'm kind of feeling like there are going to be 3 different messages here today. So we're going to go ahead and, oops, drop those cards. We're going to make 3 different piles, and if you would like to skip forward and pick the pile that's like calling out to you when I'm done setting them up, you can go ahead and do that, or you can stay with me while I shuffle. Pile number 3. We're going to take actually a couple cards on that. So I think that this is a really great way to use your intuitive senses and to listen to your own intuition. So what I'm going to have you do when I'm done laying down the cards, I'm going to have you go ahead and pick the pile that feels the most like it's calling to you. And you know, you can do that by whatever like visually feels the most like the pile that's for you, by color, or I like to kind of think of it as sort of checking in with my like gut area, anything that kind of feels like it's connected. Okay, we're gonna pick a dark mirror card for what might be keeping you from that, from whatever it is that you're meant to be doing. All right, so we're just gonna use the cards. Oh, this one doesn't have a third one. I guess it only wants one. So pile number 1 is the black one. Pile number 2 is the pink one. And pile number 3 is this blue one. All right. So if you chose pile number 1, let's see what it is that you're being asked to do next. So I think we'll look at the tarot cards first. So we have the Fool in reverse. We're going to move these for now. So the Fool in reverse and the King of Wands. So this tells me that whatever it is that you're being asked to do next is actually not something that's really new to you. It's probably something that you have known or like wondered if you should do for a while. I would say that it's like, the Fool is really about like setting off on a new adventure. And this is actually about, like, um, I would say the opposite of that. That's it. There's just something about this that makes me feel like it isn't something that's new to you. It's maybe something that you feel really passionate about, that you have wanted to do for a long time, like something that is really in you. This makes me think a lot of like, just kind of some kind of a gift or something that you're really destined for that you feel really passionate about. What might be keeping you from something that you're passionate about? Masquerade. That's what I thought. Oh, that glare is not great. Okay, so the masquerade, it's like this thing that you're being called to do is something that you maybe think that people might think you're weird, or in some way like you're worried about other people's judgment of you. And so you're pretending to be someone that you're not. And I'm not like, this actually is something that happens a lot in this world, because we're given all these ideas of like who we should be and what we should do. So this thing that you've been kind of thinking of doing for a long time, the universe is really saying like you have the passion for it. This other card that is here is the Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So, it is probably about something that it has something to do definitely with teaching. She's like holding this light in her hand here, and I don't know. There's something about sort of this circle that is around her head here, and this pyramid over the top, or this like triangle over the top. It's like, something about getting some kinds of like downloads or guidance. And it's actually about this like ancient knowledge. See these wings here that are sticking out, and so I would say that it's something that you have some kind of knowledge inside of you. And like this is a gift that has been given to you by the universe, and the reason that you have the passion for it and that it's been something that you've kind of desired to do is that it's what you're intended for. And you've been just kind of sitting here for a while, not really like feeling like you can go after it because of, like, what are people going to think about me? I have to pretend to be this thing that I'm not. So, all right. If you chose pile number 2, the pink pile, let's see what we have here. Ooh, so what the universe wants you to do next is the Ace of Cups. This is, I would say, probably has something to do with love. Maybe the universe is like wanting you actually to focus on love and emotional fulfillment. Um, and let's see, let's get this card on it too. Starseed. What lights you up? Yeah. Yeah, so the universe is really wanting you to focus on, I would say, actually kind of learning about what's important to you in love, learning about what brings you emotional fulfillment. In this card, she's sitting on this rock and she's kind of looking over here to space, like off in the distance, in this dreamy sort of a way. And I would say that the universe is actually calling you. Maybe you're a person who hasn't really focused on love, like you thought love isn't important or it just doesn't matter to you. Or maybe you have been repeating the same kinds of patterns over and over again in love. And the universe is like calling you to really give some attention to your emotional fulfillment. And this, Ace of Cups is very much to me a card of like some kind of a new beginning in love that is emotionally connected. And what might be holding you back from that? Bride in a cage. So yeah, this is like I would guess that maybe you have had relationships in the past that kind of made you feel dead inside or like cut off from yourself, that you have felt trapped. Maybe you've been in, maybe you have a history of like abusive relationships, and like have maybe taken a break. I would say that maybe you're a person who's taken a break from love for a while. And the universe is just kind of saying what's next is actually kind of figuring this out, like figuring out, maybe unpacking some of that stuff, like figuring out why it is that you turn to relationships that make you kind of feel dead inside, that don't really feel that connected, and learn what it is that really brings you fulfillment. What are your desires in a relationship? Like, what are the things that you long for? That's what the universe is asking you to do. Pile number 2. And if you chose pile number 3 with the blue card, the universe, okay, so Queen of Pentacles. I would say that this is a focus on money. So that the universe is actually, so the Queen of Pentacles here, it's like she holds this pentacle. She's like really stable. She really like has her shit together, and she has a focus really on the things of this world. And I would say that the universe is kind of calling you to focus on your money. And let's see the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So this kind of makes me think that, along with this card, that maybe you've had some like serious blockages financially. Um, I actually just finished making a video about manifestation and kind of talking about this. And this reminds me of, kind of like having some kind of trauma that you've sort of been burying. And the universe really wants you to like to let go of something internal that's like keeping you from being financially stable. Let's find out what that is. The child I was meant to be. Wow, that's really interesting because, this deck of cards, I mean, this is the Dark Mirror deck, and most of the cards are really dark. And, the people in them are like dead or the undead, and they're pretty dark and shadowy. And this card is really light and beautiful. And like she's holding this plant in her hand. And again, I would say that this, and it's also significant that this right here is the full moon. That again, this is like calling you to release some of these maybe like childhood traumas around money. Calling you to really like let something crumble. Maybe it's something that you've been holding on to because you think that it's financially what you're supposed to do, or yeah, it just feels more to me like a trauma, just like the dark way that this tower is like looming. But behind it, there's all of this beauty. And it's like the colors also in this card are similar to the colors in this card. Right? So it's like behind this trauma is the child that you're meant to be. And when I think about this, I think about how like every one of us, we're inherently already worthy. And, money and love is usually the places where we find our worth. And this is saying to me that, like, you have been thinking that maybe you're not really worthy of this, like, life, of this growth, because of this trauma that you've been holding on to. And this, you know, um, trauma around money is similar to trauma around love, and it really kind of blocks us from being able to receive the gifts that the universe has for us. So, yeah, I think that the universe is really calling you to do some work around your money situation, and maybe meeting with a therapist or something like that to kind of work through that, or taking some sort of like online courses about just like creating a different kind of relationship with money. So This is really amazing, though. I think that the universe is really trying to bring you some really amazing growth. So, all right. Well, I hope that this reading has been helpful for you guys. Let me know if you liked it, if you like the pick a card, and if you felt like this was something that resonated for you. So go ahead and leave a comment. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for visiting Energy Rising.